We got some competitors coming up here looking like Mario and Wolf.
This seems relatively even. Let's see who we got here. Yeah, CookedCanard and Luse. Are you familiar with either of them?
I'm not, but the swag muffin tag makes me assume that we're looking loose from somewhere in Nova here, maybe a local.
Either way, there's going to be a ton of new faces here.
Pretty familiar with this matchup. Matchup that happens a lot in Central Virginia, actually. Mario can get some really good combo strings going, kill Wolf pretty early, but Wolf does kind of have that ledge trapping factor.
Wolf's neutral is also incredible. Both of these are very common characters, yet they're also very versatile. You don't know what you're going to get with either of them. So we're in for something interesting. But right now, Luse has a pretty noticeable lead.
Yeah, and I mean the explosiveness that you can get out of this too. Either one of these characters could go and take you 50, 60%. But
and right as you're saying that, look what's happening. Hey, he couldn't quite continue the combo, but either way, he was at a decent deficit, but he's putting himself, just putting himself on the board now.
Looking for a tech chase read, not able to find it quite yet.
They're in the ledge against Wolf. That's a scary situation to be in.
Back throw, shouldn't do it quite yet.
But it's going too soon, probably the next one. Getting a bit, it's really scary in this position. Yep.
And there's the first stock of the tournament going to Luse.
Either way, though, Kent cannot cook right just yet. They both have projectiles here, and Cook is starting to use fireballs a bit more. And those back airs being good wall.
I will say, though, I hope that we do see some full Mario combo extensions into the death. I will say that is going to be Mario's win condition here. If he doesn't finish out his combos, he's going to struggle to kill, and Wolf doing this ledge trapping is going to be a real problem for Mario to deal with.
Yeah, Mario also has really strong ledge trapping, but in general, while both the neutrals are good, Wolf's is arguably better. Mario is going to need to essentially get some of those crazy stuff, which he can do, but it's not exactly easy. But as we're saying that, Luse is in a bad position right now. Oh, that could have been huge if that hit.
Right. And you know, neither one of these characters have exactly the best recovery. They both have really good air mobility, but as you were seeing, we're not really seeing any chances of going off stage. It looks like they're fully committed to doing the ledge trapping.
Yeah, which in this case I think it'd be beneficial, but Coach got the first stock. Mario, if he wants to be, can be hard to touch. This is still very much anybody's game, as well as if he gets one of his Mario trademark ladders.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna drop that. But here's what we're seeing, right? As long as Mario begins to play underneath of these platforms, those combos are gonna get reset on the platforms into the bigger kill confirms. But Wolf up smash, gonna take that second stock.
Yeah, you got a bit gritty with that up beat. Under those platforms is going to be like Mario's safe spot. That's where he wants to be. He's at a bad position right now.
Really good grabs coming out here from Luse. He's been throwing out a lot of nairs, forward airs, stuff that he can do on his shield, and now in this third stock, he's mixing up those options, going for a lot of tomahawk grabs and getting a little bit of extra damage that CookedCanard isn't expecting.
He's staying at the burst range in order to make it really ambiguous what he's going to do, and is exerting pressure in his neutral as a result. Those were good fireballs to cover his recovery, by the way.
But even then, you have to be wary about where you're landing here as Mario, because that Wolf, all of those aerials are very disjointed. He's going to be able to hit through the fireball.
Oh, that almost had it. And honestly, this is a really bad spot for CookedCanard.
Yeah, he's really got to find his ways to get off this ledge and get this damage.
As it stands, he's in disadvantage a fair bit too much. If he can either find easier ways to get out of this advantage or make more out of the openings he gets, that could be pretty huge. But Luse is nope. Let's let trap go. Oh,
I will say both of these players are jumping a lot from the ledge, and neither one of them are really looking for that jump coverage option. They're always looking for a neutral getup or a roll in to get this stock, and neither one of them has really caught on to the jumping from ledge yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of up smashes here.
Dash attack gonna take it off the side. Game one going to Luse.
Really good use of dash attack as an anti-air there. Like you said, they're both jumping a lot, and they're both getting. They may not be at ledge, but at least Cook is getting his jumps punished. Quite frankly, as Luse is sitting there waiting for it.
Right, and you know, the thing I really want to commend Luse on is back to those grabs again. You know, you've conditioned your opponent to shield, and now in that third stock, you're finally going in for these empty hop grabs, which I'm not really seeing a lot of these combo starters from Cooked starting from a grab, which I feel like is one of Mario's main combo starters. It's just a down throw up air or even an up throw down air, but we're not really seeing too many grab starters coming out.
There are other starters that exist, of course, like a landing up air or a dare, but we haven't been seeing as much of those or much of a grab game in general. Oh.
Right, and even with the landing aerials, if Wolf is going to sit and shield,
it's not going to
matter. You have to find these grabs.
He did get a grab just there. He didn't get much off on her, but maybe that'll be a sign of things to come. Maybe he's going to start doing it more.
Trying to wait for a panic option there to reset.
Luse is doing a very good job at staying like just in the safe range, but on a smaller stage like Smashville, that's going to be harder to do. There's not a lot of room to run here, and I think that might be a big part of the logic of this counter pick.
I'd be very interested in like what the bans were, because as far as Mario stages go, like obviously Smashville is going to be like a decent stage to get your opponent off of the platforms.
Oh, that could have been a huge up smash if that hit.
But I feel like this Smashville ceiling is a lot higher than a lot of the other stages. We might actually see Wolf living longer here unless we're getting the kills off the side.
I think that Luse may have banned Battlefield because that would have been a very big one for Mario. I'd at least be willing to bet money on that.
Right.
But I think part of the logic for Smashville is that the big center plat makes ladders easier, even if the kills for them aren't as much. And considering how hard Luse was to touch in that last game, just generally having less space across the board definitely seems like an appealing prospect for Cooked.
Right, and I feel like he might be trying to like close this distance in on Wolf, because a big part of Wolf's neutral game plan is to stay outside of a range that he can be punished from.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to work out too much unless you're finding the really good connections to begin your combos.
Yeah, if it's so much harder to get in, you either need to get in more often or make more out of the times when you do get in. And Cook seems to try to go for the former option, but we might need a bit of both here. Right. And Luse is just furthering his lead. He's making a very good job at not overextending.
Yeah, Luse backing away from the ledge there, trying to respecting the Mario approach option after he missed the ledge trap.
Once again, he was jumping from the ledge. No one's punishing any ledge jumps. Well,
yeah,
he was with the back airs right there. He probably was there.
We were still at like roll distance, you know. It's nothing being caught right there off of the ledge yet. I
understand the dash attack there though. That was good to go for a 2-front, and he secured. Honestly, that was good ledge play there at least.
Yeah, a good back throw there from Mario.
Oh, you're gonna get a combo starter here? It looked like you get something. Coach is gonna need to get something big to make this comeback, or at the very least beat Luse at his own game in the neutral. Well, it seems getting a bigger hit is going to be the more consistent play. Hey, but he still needs to get them. That's the thing.
Yeah, it looks like we're looking for some back throws, but here's the combo. Are we gonna get something?
Oh, not quite death, and that could have been death.
I feel like we could have seen at least one more up air out of that string into an up B. It may still not have killed, but I
expected an up smash after shielding Luce's up smash right there. That was a good cape to reflect the blaster, by the way.
Looking for some up smashes here, trying to find a landing, but the Wolf F tilt gonna take the second stock there for Luse.
Luse is having trouble securing the stock there before, but he picked it up. If he can just further his lead, he can just secure the deal here.
Yeah, I mean, if Cooked doesn't take this stock soon, the damage is going to rack up, and at that point, unless you're getting a true 0 to death, it's going to be hard unless you have some sort of comeback factor there.
Yeah, well, Mario does. They're a lot more execution-based, which seems to be something that Cooked is struggling a bit with now. Even if he does have some good adaptation, at this point it may be a bit too little too late, but once again he did almost get a good ladder earlier. You don't want to count the possibility out just yet.
Yeah, Luse really looking to try to cover these options. I mean, pretty aggressive at the moment, but yeah, I mean, I just don't think Cooked is getting the hits in that he needs to.
that was really good. He called out that his jump was going to be called out and did a rising dare off the ledge to essentially swat him away. Cook does have some adaptation, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, back air there, going to take it from Luse. Really got to commend him there. The spacing, really, really good. He backed away when he needed to. He released pressure when he needed to. Made it very difficult for Cook to get anything started.
I was really impressed with just how little he was overextending. He